Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is October 17th, 2020. Now I'm gonna discuss the games that we gave out on Patreon today. We had the only two baseball games and we had both the winners. We had the Astros beating the Rays today, and we also had the Dodgers defeating the Atlanta Braves. For those of you asking me who I have for the World Series, like I said during the NBA playoffs, I'm not gonna release any more championship games on YouTube anymore. So if you guys want to know who I have playing in the World Series, I recommend you join the Patreon because I put out this video on October 11th, which was around 6 days ago, almost a week ago. This video has been available on Patreon for almost 7 days. It's a 7-minute video. I talk about who I have playing in the American League, who I have playing in the World Series representing the American League, and who I have playing in the World Series representing the National League. So if you guys are interested in knowing, join Patreon. The link will be in the comments section below, and you can watch this 7-minute video. In this video, I also discuss who's going to win the World Series. So not only do I have the winners of the American League and National League, but I also have the winner of the World Series. I'm not going to make this video available until the World Series is over. So once the baseball season ends, then this video will be released on YouTube. But until then, it's only going to be available on the Patreon. Now, the two games that we gave out today, like I said, is the Astros and the Dodgers. And both of them came through. Now, yesterday, the riddles was a little bit difficult, so I stood away just to see what happens yesterday. Because I said, after the 15th, we're gonna definitely know it's gonna be the riddles are gonna be way more clear to understand, and that's exactly what happened. So we set out on the 15th, and then we took a shot today on the 16th. Well, yesterday on the 16th, and we got both of the games right. And as for the Astros game, this game, this was like, I don't like calling games a lock, but this was the closest thing to a lock. The Dodgers, again, another game. Notice they won 7-3 today, and they even improved to 7-3 in the playoffs because Los Angeles Dodgers summed to 73. And once I saw that, I was like, cash in the Dodgers. Now the Dodgers opened up as a high favorite, but if you took advantage of the live betting, which I always tell people to do, if you know who's gonna win the game, wait for and then the line is too high. All you have to do is wait for that team to be down during the game, so you could take advantage of the line and take advantage of the deficit. Because usually when a team is down in the game, the line either makes them the underdog or the line drops compared to the line when it opened up, when the game first started. So, for those of you that took advantage of the live betting, the Dodgers was down 2-0 to the Braves early, and then they came back and took the lead. Let's look at the box score. So, around the fourth inning is when they finally first scored their first run. But notice in the first and second inning, they was down 2-0. So, around the third inning, you could have placed a bet on the Dodgers, and you would have came out with a nice line, probably in the positive instead of the negative. And after that, they scored 3-6 and then 3-7. They scored 7 runs and scored, and the game ended 7-3. Los Angeles Dodgers 73, and they improved to 7-3 in the playoffs, like how we noted on the Patreon. As for the Astros game, yesterday I told everybody that the Astros had a good possibility of becoming 7-4 because their opponent has the 74 gematria, the Tampa Bay Rays. They summed to 74. So this is the reason why they had that big comeback and upset during game 5. So game 5 they became 7-4, and then yesterday they won and became 8-4, the Jesuit number. So the Astros right now are 8-4, and later on tonight, or probably tomorrow, I'm gonna be releasing who I have winning tomorrow's games. Cause tomorrow will be Game 7 of the Astros series and Game 6 for the Dodgers. So, like I said, I'm not gonna be releasing any more picks on YouTube for personal reasons. And so those of you interested in sports picks, I recommend you join now because we've been in a hot streak during the October. Now when we was looking at during the month of September, we had a lot of turbulence September, but if you go on Patreon and just scroll down to see the games that we've given out during the month of October, I think we've hit around, and I'm not even exaggerating, you can verify this on your own. I think we hit like 10 parlays this month. And there's only been 16 days in the month. I think we hit 10. You can verify this on the Patreon. We went perfect today. Yesterday we set out and not sure if it was the 14th. When was it? The 15th. Yeah, so we caught these games. I think the only game we missed was this game here was the actually I got this game wrong here. Braves Eagles 22, so I thought the series was gonna be tied 2-2. Well, was it this game? No, it was this game here. This is the game that I got wrong. So the other one I got correct. So instead of the Braves falling to 2-2 in the series, they became 3-1. And what I missed was that, yeah, Braves equals 22, but Braves also equals 31 in single reduction. So I kind of missed that when I was doing the decode. But, this past week, I think that's like the only game that we got wrong. So baseball has been very good. I love the playoffs. The playoffs is so easy to decode because there's not a lot of things. I mean, the teams are playing each other, almost back-to-back days. So it's just way better than during the season. Because the season, you'll see a team play another opponent, 3 games, and then they'll play a different team. It's not like that in the playoffs. In the playoffs, it's a 7-game series. You get to look at the playoff records, which is always lower than the regular season record for the coaches, and it's easier to decipher. For example, the Dodgers becoming 7-3. I mean, you're not gonna see a riddle like that during the regular season because the games are so the numbers are so high, much higher. I mean, in the beginning of the season, you can catch that the 10th game of the season. If you see that the Dodgers can become 7-3, that's most likely what's gonna happen because of the gematria of the Dodgers. But yeah. Besides that, you're not gonna be able to catch consistent games after game after game because once it gets past the double digits, it's difficult to just. It's not the same. I always recommend waiting on, especially with baseball. Like the playoffs is way easier than the regular season. Just for me, I don't know. It could be different for you guys, but for me, I like the postseason. It's just easier to decode, and we are more successful in the postseason. So the video is on Patreon right now. 99 people have seen the video. I don't know why it has 10 likes because the 2 teams that I said might play in the World Series, they are definitely looking like they're gonna play in the World Series. So that video should have way more likes than 10. But I guarantee if you guys see this video, you're not gonna be disappointed. So wait for this video after the World Series is over. It'll be up on YouTube. You guys can see. And I think that's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. No more championship games on YouTube, just in case. They are flipping the script on us. Because I don't believe that's the case, but who knows? Because anybody can watch these videos and anything can happen. I'm open to the idea that they are flipping the script on us. This game here, this was the Braves head coach Brian Snicker. The day that he became 11-7, We caught that because Dodgers is 117. Right now he's 11-8. He lost today to the Dodgers, but we caught the game that he became 11-7. Dodgers and Gematria is 117. Became 11-7 for his career. And yeah, so that's all I have for this video. These games, in case you guys are new here, professional sports, it's a big illusion. It's one of the biggest scams probably in the world. These games are not a real competition. These games are all rigged and scripted. The winners already has been announced. These players are just carrying out a script every single day. And the way you can tell that this is really what's going on is by understanding this code of letters and numbers known as gematria. Every game is scripted by the gematria of the team name. A lot of times their record during the playoffs, during the season, etc., etc. And if you watch a couple of my other videos, you're going to see that this is what's going on. And that's how we've been able to predict who's going to win the games and who's going to play in the championship game, because it's always the same thing year after year. In the past, since the time that I've been doing this, the only time that I've been incorrect in predicting who's going to be in the championship game was recently with the Boston Celtics. But last World Series, we had the Nationals to beat the Astros because of this. Because of Gematria. Nationals in Gematria. Sums to 105. And the Nationals last year, you can look this up, this is a fact. The Washington Nationals, by winning the World Series, they won 105 games during the season. So the season record plus the playoffs, it equaled 105. Nationals is 105. Right, Nationals is also 57, just like World Series. So the only year they won the World Series, they won 105 games during the season. So once you understand this code, you're gonna see that there's no coincidence why the Astros became 7-4 versus the Tampa Bay Rays, and why the Braves manager became 11-7 for his career versus the Dodgers. And why the Dodgers today won 7-3 and became 7-3 in the playoffs. None of this stuff is coincidental. So thanks everybody for watching. It looks like my channel's finally been monetized. Wow, look at that. Oh man, I applied for this channel to be monetized in June and it just finally got approved. Oh my god. Now it's not like I get super chats anyway, but it's just funny. It took them July, August, September, 4 months. How somebody says how certain I am. I mean, I'm pretty confident. I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, you just these things are tricky, but I'm pretty confident that the riddle we have is the right riddle. I'll be surprised if it goes the other way. I'll be very, very surprised. Thanks a lot, Wiz Khalifa. I appreciate that. I'm happy that I made you some money today. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Somebody said the WNBA is money in the bank. I've never decoded the WNBA, but I'm pretty sure it's rigged by the same system. Most likely. Man. Yeah, that's a fact. Somebody said that they double code games on purpose. So yeah, I believe that. What's going on, J. Ross? What's going on? Ronald, what's going on, Ron? Okay. Yeah, that's a great observation, Gematria Gambler. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate that. But yeah. So those of you interested in tomorrow's games, I'm gonna leave the link in the comment section. Thank you everybody for the support, and hopefully I can make you guys more money tomorrow. So, and also on Sunday we're gonna decode the NFL games. The NFL this year, it's been not bad, because again October has been great. It was just the month of September that we had a bumpy road. You guys take care, and see you guys tomorrow.